In civil case number CL 2019-2911, Mr. Depp's claim against Ms. Heard. 1. As to the statement appearing in the online op-ed entitled, "Amber Heard, I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change," in the Washington Post online edition. Quote, "I spoke up against sexual violence and faced our culture's wrath. That has to change," end quote. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes. Has Mr. Depp proven by a greater weight of the evidence that, question, the statement was made or published by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the statement was false? Answer, yes. Question, the statement has a defamatory implication about Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Question, the defamatory implication was designed and intended by Ms. Heard? Answer, yes. Question, due to circumstances surrounding the publication of the statement, it conveyed a defamatory implication to someone who saw it other than Mr. Depp? Answer, yes. Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven by clear and convincing evidence that Ms. Heard acted with actual malice? Answer, yes.
And here they are approaching the podium, Ben Chu, Camila Vasquez, the rest of the Johnny Depp legal team.
Hi everyone. Today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning, that the claims against Johnny Depp are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. We are grateful, so grateful to the jury for their careful deliberation, to the judge and the court staff who have devoted an enormous amount of time and resources towards this case.
Our judicial system is predicated on each person's right to have his or her case heard, and we were honored, truly honored, to assist Mr. Depp in ensuring that his case was fairly considered throughout the trial. We are also most pleased that the trial has resonated for so many people in the public who value truth and justice. Now that the jury has reached its conclusive verdict, it's time to turn the page and look to the future. Thank you all so much, and thanks to the jury.
Thank you so much.
Hello YouTube and welcome to my channel. My name is Cleo. That was the video of the final verdict, and that was the final words of Johnny's beautiful lawyers. Guys, I was on my knees when the verdict was gonna be said. I was really on my knees and I was worried, because even though I was kind of sure, no, I was sure that Johnny was take this home. It was absolutely there were no way he wouldn't, but I still had some worry. I was on my knees, really, I was tense, I was everything, like it was insane, my heart, like really. And then all the yeses just started to roll in, and oh my god, it was such a beautiful moment. It was such a beautiful moment and such a relief. So I wanted Emma really to, not hurt physically, I just wanted her to feel some pain. I just wanted her to feel pain, like I wanted her to understand, no one believed you. No one, the whole world doesn't believe you. You're a joke. Honestly, how dare you? How dare you think that you're a representative, or you're a part of women that have been actually assaulted? I just wanted her to get her karma. And somehow I wanted her to, like, yeah, come back to reality. But yeah, you know how that is. So after she actually got the verdict, when we all got the verdict, directly she went to her Instagram page and she wrote something very interesting. So I'ma just read this. The disappointment I felt today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. It is a setback. It's a setback to the clock to a time when women who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated. It's a setback, the idea that violence against women is to be taken seriously. I believe Johnny's attorneys succeeded in getting in the jury to overlook the key issues of freedom of speech and ignore evidence that was so conclusive that we won in the UK. I'm sad I lost the case, but I'm sadder still that I seem to have lost a right I thought I had as an American to speak freely and openly. And of course, in the world of Amber, she will always be the one that's right, and the rest of the world is absolutely wrong. But we know this, don't we? So Amber owes now Johnny $15 million. She got 2, which is not a problem for me. I couldn't care less. She's broke. What is she gonna do with those 2 millions anyway? But even when she got her verdict, even then she couldn't cry. But Camille did. This beautiful woman. Now, I think when it comes to Camille and Johnny, I don't think there were any love interest between these two at all. These are 2 professionals. Camille is very professional in what she does, and she has proven that to us. I think she's a Cancer. I think I looked that up. I think she's a Cancer, and the beautiful things about Cancer signs is when they care about somebody that much, they will fight, and they will fight hard to protect this person. And definitely when they know the person they're fighting for is very innocent. I don't think Johnny was interested in her either. To be honest, they both are caring persons. They are caring people. And he giving her like a clap in the head and she like rubbing his arm, it's not love in that way. It's caring. I felt like more of a daughter-father bond, to be honest. That's just me. But Camille fought for Johnny. She fought for justice, and it came through. As did her whole team, her whole wonderful team. The team with wonderful lawyers in. It was amazing to witness it. And it was absolutely wonderful to see her almost tear up. Now that is a woman with a soul, unlike Amber. And the reason why she also cried at the end, I think, is because now Johnny can just go and live his life. He has now proven that he did not assault Amber. And Amber also proved that to us in a way. So it was a couple of weeks ago I released a video about Amber Heard's testimony. And we raised up questions like, well, if you got that assaulted, why isn't there any visual proof or medical records? It has been so much right now for me personally, so it took me a while. I was actually done with description, everything, like I would put up my video. It's just, it wasn't the right time for me yet. So when the verdict came I decided to put it first. So the rest of the video, it's going to be from 16th of May. And the only thing I'm going to bring up is her testimony, the first one that started then, and the cross-examination with Camille, because I wanted to bring the obvious things that I had from my other video. The bruises and everything like that. I wanted her to get punches for that, you know what I mean? So we are gonna take it from there. And when I'm done with that, we're gonna have some final words. So when 16th of May came, it started directly with actually Amber having her testimony and Elaine asking her out, which was very disappointing because then I had to witness her bad acting once again in her bullshit stories. So my positive feelings went out of the window directly. I was actually hoping for a cross-examination, but yeah, everybody did. But yeah, sadly we had to sit through and look at her bullshit again. Excuse my language. So when her cross-examination not the cross-examination, her testimony started again, I noticed something different with her. She was actually more settled and she kept her answers more short. It felt, and I couldn't have been the only one, I wasn't the only one feeling this way, but she felt pretty coached to me. And that confused me and raised a lot of questions, like, who coached her? Were her lawyers involved? Because when there is a break, they can't have contact, right? So I was a little bit confused surrounding that. But after witnessing her like last testimonies and things like that, I knew that she would break. Probably she would break, this calmness would break and she would mess up, and she did. She messed up a lot. When she speaks, she messed up. So the only thing for her not to mess up is not to speak at all. Just look smug. So this testimony was pretty much the same as the other ones. She said a lot of preposterous stories. It wasn't so much heavy crying, thank God. Just if you can't cry, just don't do it. Just spare us. The thing that was harder with this testimony was, this time she actually was more disgusting. I think she was more bad against Johnny. The way she was with Johnny when they were in court, I didn't like it at all. And I'm gonna show the videos of the parts and the moments where I found it, when I got furious about her behavior. Like in the other testimonies, Elaine is gonna Elaine represented photo evidence of Johnny's assault, and in these pictures these graphical pictures Johnny had through a phone on her face. She also showed pictures of when Johnny wrecked his own home, when he was drugged and drunk, both.
Please describe to the jury what this is a picture of.
This is my face after Johnny threw a phone at it.
Thank you, Your Honor. And I would also like the record to reflect that we're publishing this to the jury?
Yes, no objection, correct?
Okay.
Yes. There we go.
Okay. I would like the record to reflect that this was the photo that was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon.
Objection, Your Honor.
That is, Your Honor, we couldn't put him in
inappropriate, Your Honor.
because we hadn't identified him. Now the jury should be entitled to know which photo
Your Honor,
was
we
shown.
ask that we
as
approach.
that
Okay,
exhibit.
we can approach. That's fine.
So for the record, this particular photo was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon as Exhibit 24 in both of the depositions that were shown earlier, where the pictures were not allowed to be shown yet because they hadn't been admitted. Amber, will you please describe for the jury what is depicted in this photo?
Yes, that's a picture of my face taken that evening, shortly before 9:30, after Johnny hit me with the phone.
could be published to the jury, Your Honor. Thank
It
you.
is.
And Your Honor, for the record, this is the photo that was shown to Officer Sines and to Officer Haddon as Exhibit 25 for both of their depositions.
Okay.
Amber, could you please describe for the jury what's depicted here?
That is my face after the phone incident. It's that night.
And for the record, this photo was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon. It was Exhibit 26 for both of their depositions. And please describe for the jury what's depicted here, Amber.
That is my face in yet a different light that same evening after Johnny hit me with the phone.
No objection.
All right, 711 with redactions and evidence, publish.
And for the record, Your Honor, for the jury's purposes, this was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon as Exhibit 27 to both of their depositions. And could you describe what's depicted here, Amber?
Yes, that is another angle, another lighting of my face after the phone.
Your Honor?
All right, any objection?
No objection.
All right, 713 with redactions and publish.
And for the record, this one was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon as well as Exhibit 29 to both of their depositions. And just describe briefly to the jury what this is.
This is another picture of my face taken at the exact same time and in the same location as the other one, just with one of the lights turned on, or an additional light turned on in the previous one. Yes, my friend was preparing for a bead show and had displays to show these bead necklaces she made. And she needed some counter space in order to kind of set up the displays that she was going to use the next day. So she asked me earlier in the day if she could use the free counter space in that penthouse, penthouse 5, to kind of set up those display racks. They were set up in that room when Johnny went in there to destroy things, as he does.
And this depicts some of that damage?
Yeah, security let him in, even though I had asked
Objection, Your
security not
Honor.
to.
Speculation
I don't think that was speculation.
and lack of foundation.
Oh, I'll sustain as a foundation if you want to.
Okay. So what's depicted, what's the damage that was done?
Well, because Johnny would always smash up my things and destroy my property when he was mad at me. I had asked that they not let him in so that he could do that. I mean, the only purpose for him to be let into penthouse 5 in that state, he doesn't have property in there. The only reason for him to go in there would be to destroy it. And they, of course, let him into penthouse 5.
Objection, Your
So
Honor.
that he could go.
Yes, ma'am.
Lack of foundation.
All right, I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Just tell the jury what he did here that's depicted in this.
This is just a one corner of the room that shows the destruction. He just went in there with this bottle swinging and smashed a bunch of things.
Objection.
Please describe what's depicted here.
Yeah, it is our bedroom in penthouse 3, the main penthouse. Looks like he was just throwing things.
Objection, Your Honor. Calls for
Sustain
speculation.
the objection.
So just describe what you see here as opposed to what you say he did.
I see a bunch of art tossed on the bed.
Okay, where was that art before Mr. Depp was at your house on May 21, 2016?
Hanging on the wall where it belongs.
Okay.
Questions?
Thank you, Your Honor. And let the record reflect this was also shown to Officer Haddon as deposition exhibit number 40. And can you please describe for the jury what's depicted here?
Yes, it is broken glass from one of the broken pictures that were hanging on the wall.
And where is this physically?
This is in penthouse 5 on the stairwell.
Okay. Michelle, can you bring up defendant 703, please? Let the record reflect that this was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon as exhibit 41 for both of their depositions. And Amber, please describe for the jury what's depicted here.
It's another photograph of this stairwell in the same apartment, penthouse 5, which is the apartment where I kept my things.
Okay. And is that glass on the stairway?
Yes, from one of the broken picture frames on the wall. We had a lot of picture. I had a lot of picture frames on the walls, and many, if not most of them, were smashed.
Okay. And Amber, please describe for the jury what's depicted here.
Just another piece of glass. It looks like the base of a wine glass. That is in penthouse 3, the main apartment.
No objection.
All right.
And let
705 in evidence.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Go ahead.
And let the record reflect this was shown to Officer Haddon in Exhibit 36 of his deposition. Amber, can you please describe for the jury what's portrayed here?
Things knocked over on the kitchen countertop, and I see pieces of broken glass on the countertop as well.
Okay. Depicted here.
This is the hallway leading leading up to the apartments. So this is the hallway that connects all of the apartments. It's kind of an indoor-outdoor sort of hallway, meaning it's covered, but it's exposed on the far ends of both to the elements. So this is not carpet. It's like a plasticky. I don't know how to describe the material. It's like a plasticky kind of netting, not netting. It's difficult to describe, but it's a kind of an outdoor sort of carpet.
All right, and what's like this was shown to Officer Sines and Officer Haddon in Deposition Exhibit 31 for both of them. Amber, please describe for the jury what's depicted here.
It's another photograph on the floor, not the wall. This one appears to be remarkably unbroken.
No objection.
All right. 719 with redactions. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. And let the record reflect that this was shown to Officer Sines and Haddon in their depositions, Exhibit 35 to both. And Amber, please just describe for the jury what's depicted here.
At one corner of the kitchen in penthouse 3, looks like one of the things that was knocked off of the kitchen island when Johnny left.
720 with redactions.
And let the record reflect, Your Honor, this was shown to Officer Sines and Haddon in Deposition Exhibit 43 to both. Amber, could you please describe to the jury what's depicted here?
That's my office. It's a corner of my office, and that is a box of like sentimental things from my childhood or things that are important to me. Keepsake box that has been dumped out. It looks like.
Okay.
3 redacted in evidence.
Let the record reflect this was shown to Officer Sines and Haddon in their depositions, Exhibit 38 for both. Amber, please describe for the jury what's reflected.
One of the, it looks like a Magnum bottle of wine that is empty or spilled on the floor.
Objection.
All right. 724 with redactions. Thank you.
And let the record reflect this was shown to Officer Sines and Haddon as their deposition, Exhibits 33. Amber, please tell the jury what's depicted here.
This is more wine that Johnny was spilling as he was using the bottle he was holding as a bat of sorts.
Yeah, these photo evidence, yet again, her natural face with a little bit of red on them. And yeah, the home wreckage didn't look staged at all, did it? Johnny must be one of the most gentle home wrecker I ever witnessed. It was preposterous. When I was watching the testimony, I had the phone beside me because I wanted to see the chat. I had looked at it through TikTok. It was so fun when Amber was going to show the home wreckage with all the pictures on the bed and the spilled wine and glass on the floor. Like, I have to be honest, that looked more clean than it does in my home. It was ridiculous, and people were starting to put up photos of just a lonely glass next to a wall. But my husband assaulted me. He wrecked us home. He wrecked our own home. Oh, people can be so funny. So the next video I'm going to show is when Amber's witnesses, I think she's an ex-friend, and what I'm going to show her, I had to bring this up actually, I had to take this video into my own video, because her reaction to Amber's photos just amazed me. And take a look.
What is this document, Ms. Pennington?
It's a photo of Amber's face with 2 black eyes and swollen bottom lip.
So clearly Miss Pennington saw something we failed to see. She clearly saw 2 black eyes and a broken lip. And did you guys notice that she's actually better at crying than Amber is? Why couldn't she take lessons from her? Another brought up one of Amber's witnesses, and that was when she actually started to bring her witnesses. I didn't watch all of them. The first witness, because Pennington wasn't her first witness, it was a dude. I couldn't watch it. Wow. I could not sit and watch him speak. It was impossible. A lot of people actually found his voice annoying, and the things he said, it was just, what? Anyway, so she had her friends, which are a bunch, not even her friends anymore, by the way. But her friends contains of a bunch of freeloaders and smooshers. Is that what you can call them? Well, we'll say freeloaders. And then we also had Johnny's ex-friends and one ex-lover, I think. Like I said, I didn't watch all of them, but what I could gather were, yeah, like I said, to sum everything up, it contained of butthurt people and freeloaders. And in the end of the day, nobody have witnessed Johnny put a finger on Amber or anyone. Just trashed places up, which I do believe he did. Absolutely. Not gonna argue. So the interesting witnesses for me was Ron Schnell. I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he's a Twitter expert. And Amber's sister. It was such a bad move from Amber's team to actually invite the Twitter expert, because now they clearly show to the jury, I have to remember that this has already happened. What they did was clearly show to the jury who the people was favoring. All of us was favoring. And also picking up the hashtag that had the most support, which was Justice for Johnny Depp. So this move invited the social media into court. And that was really bad. And I don't think she understands, because she doesn't understand reality. I can't stress this enough. But yeah, that was an interesting moment to witness. Here's the video.
And the Twitter data you collected shows that the 4 hashtags you identified were in existence before Mr. Waldman made the first statement in April 2020, right?
That's correct.
Right.
In very small number.
But Justice for Johnny Depp has been around since 2013, correct?
That sounds correct.
Yeah. Amber Heard is an abuser, and Amber Turd first appeared in 2016, correct?
I don't recall, actually.
Right. Do you recall if there was any portion of Mr. Waldman's statement that made any reference to Amber Turd?
Not that I've seen.
Right. Yeah. The biggest spikes, by far the biggest spikes here, are attributable to what hashtag?
Justice for Johnny Depp hashtag.
Yeah. And
Yeah, good job of showing that to the jury. Really good job. And when it comes to her sister, this is how I feel personally. I'm not going to show a video of it, but this is what I feel personally when it comes to her sister. I think she actually took the witness stance out of fear, because there is a video that showed that actually Amber had hit her sister. I don't think that's the only time. I doubt it. And when Amber's sister took the stand, you could see that Johnny got really heartbroken. But like I said, I honestly think she did it out of fear. So this is one of the allegations or rumors Amber and her lawyers tried to cover up or clean, I would say. The allegations where she actually did the number 2 on Johnny's bed because he didn't attend her birthday. The funny part is she actually said to the driver that it was a prank. This is what she had to say about it now.
She had eaten Johnny's weed when she was a puppy and had bowel control issues for her entire life, among some other issues. She was, we regularly had to take her to the vet to try to figure out, well, what was wrong with this dog. Never met a dog that was quite like this. So she had some control issues, hence why she liked to burrow in the bed. She liked to be in the, by the foot of the bed underneath the covers. And it was customary that they slept in bed with us, but Boo, having the issues she had, we have to leave her in bed so that she wouldn't be encouraged to go to the bathroom, which would happen almost immediately once you put her down on the floor. And sometimes it happened in bed too. But yeah.
So what, if anything, did you notice about any bathroom issues in your bed before you left for Coachella?
Well, Raquel and I were both in that bed with the dogs, and I didn't notice anything, but we left them in the bed while we packed a bag to go to Coachella, so that Boo particularly didn't lose control of her didn't go to the bathroom on the floor. So we leave them in bed until you're ready to take them outside to the patio, which is their designated bathroom break area.
Okay. And what, if any, plans were there? How often did you have housekeeping at that time at your house?
The housekeepers were there every morning.
Okay. Did you commit any kind of prank?
Absolutely not. Okay. Absolutely not.
And why would that not be something you would do?
First of all, I don't think that's funny. I don't know what grown woman does. I was not also in a pranking mood. My life was falling apart. I was at a crossroads in my life that was really serious, and I had just been attacked on my 30th birthday by my violent husband, with whom I was desperately in love and knew I needed to leave. It was not really a jovial time, and I don't think that's funny, period. That's disgusting.
Man, I can't even comment this woman anymore. Like, I'm done with her. I got so fed up after this testimony. Like, making this video, guys, it's painful. Anyway, so the other videos I'm going to show is like a minor mess up from her. Like I said, when she starts to speak, either she missay something or she say something stupid. Yeah, like this one. I didn't actually notice it at the beginning until the people actually said it. I just had to have this on my video.
And this is from December 15, I believe. Could you just please tell the jury what this depicts?
Yes, it's a picture of my bruised temple. And Johnny had his hand on on part of my face with my face down, and he was punching my head. I'm repeatedly punching my head. That's what caused that bruise in my temple.
Thank you.
She punched her own head, she said, repeatedly. Now, not to be unprofessional, but that would make more sense. I'm sorry, but this is what happens when your head can't keep up with your lies. What we know also of Johnny is that he doesn't like conflicts. He likes to actually get away from conflicts. So when he and Amber started to argue, he would like to actually go away, and she didn't like that. We have clear evidence that she did not like that. So in this video, she's gonna explain why. She's gonna explain why she followed him when he tried to get away.
So
Please continue with the
he
rest of
got
the
up for a longer period of time, not the normal every 5 minutes to go to the bathroom kind, but like he just appeared for a longer period of time. And at this stage, I was really dependent on recognizing the patterns of what he was. I was reliant on trying to figure out what he was on, what combination he was on, so I knew how to deal with him. It was incumbent, on me because it affected my safety. Dealing with somebody who was really high, dealing with Johnny high on coke and speed, meaning Adderall or some version of that, is different from the opiate Johnny, which is different from the booze Johnny, or a different combination. And there was talk of Quaaludes at the time, and Johnny was trying to get it from.
Objection, Your Honor, non-responsive.
I'll sustain the objection. Anyone else?
So I was.
Please continue.
So I wanted to know what I was dealing with. It was important to my safety to know who.
Objection, non-responsive.
I think
That's why I followed him
Okay.
to
All right.
Your Honor.
I can honestly say that this is one of the moments that actually made me angry and got really disgusted by her. This was one of the reasons. Okay, so the other reasons was like when they asked, why didn't you just leave him, or why didn't you leave him alone? The other reason was also because I didn't want him to get hurt. I cared for him. I didn't want him to get hurt. That's why I followed him. Like, ooh, it's so hard to rewatch some of these videos. It was so disgusting how she explained it. Oh, I did it for my own safety. He's this, he's that, and when he does this, he's different when he's this Johnny and this Johnny. I can't imagine sitting there and listening to that when you know it's bullshit. Honestly, kudos to Johnny that could keep his calm and just sit and scribble. Honestly. It made me so furious to watch this, and it makes me furious to watch this again. It's painful. And the fact that she also tried to paint this picture like, I'm pure, I'm innocent, I wanted to fight for this marriage, I wanted to fight for this man. Even if he bit me 100 million times, I wanted to fight for this because I believe. Give me a break. Honestly. You need to know when to stop talking. This video that I'm going to show now is also one of the videos that made me disgusted. Her way of psyching him up here. It made me so angry that she looked at him and said, I survived that man. He's guilty. Or else why couldn't he look at me? Why can't he look at me? If we weren't that interested in the trial, we wouldn't look at you either.
And when Ms. Vasquez asked you if you knew why Mr. Depp couldn't or wouldn't look you in the eye here or in the UK, you said, yes, you know. Why? Please tell the jury why.
Because he's guilty. Because he knows he's lying. Otherwise, why can't he look at me? I survived. I survived that man, and I'm here, and I'm able to look at him.
Thank you.
So, when we witnessed all of that, we got higher expectation for the cross-examination. Like, I had high expectations. I wanted Camille, from the beginning, I wanted Camille to put Amber in her place. And the reason of that is because we all knew that Amber was a little bit jealous of them too. Our prayers got answered. The cross-examinations with Camille and Amber Heard just went up and beyond my expectations. From sitting through all of that, listening to all that baloney, Camilla went all in, no mercy, and all the pain and agony from listening to Amber just went away. Camille did an amazing job. She brought justice to court, and she did put Amber on her place very well. I got totally shocked. I did not expect it to be this good. I didn't. I was actually also afraid that they would go a little bit easy on her. She did not, and the heavens approved.
Ms. Vasquez, do you want me to close the shades?
That would be
Okay.
wonderful.
There's this light coming across. And
I appreciate that.
Has to be a
It's
little
probably good
uncomfortable.
light.
So like I said, Camilla went all in directly. What I wanted Camille to take up was the video I did before this one. No sign of abuse. No medical records. Johnny had fat rings. How are you not in a coma? She covered everything and more. Literally, when Camille started cross-examining Amber, I was jumping up and down my seat. I couldn't sit still. I was like, just thank you. Thank you. And this is how it started.
Good afternoon, Ms. Heard.
Good afternoon.
Mr. Depp hasn't looked at you once this entire trial, has he?
Not that I've noticed, no.
You've looked at him, though, many times, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
You know exactly why Mr. Depp won't look back at you, don't you?
I do.
He promised you you would never see his eyes again. Isn't that true?
I don't recall if he said that.
One of the last times you ever saw Mr. Depp was when you met him in San Francisco in July of 2016, right?
That was the second to last time I saw him, yes.
And this was after you had publicly accused him of domestic violence.
I got my restraining order before that, yes. Mm-hmm.
And this is after you had obtained the domestic violence restraining order against him.
That's correct.
Let's please play Plaintiff's Exhibit 1229. For the record, it's at 1101 through 1209. I'm going to ask that it be admitted into evidence.
Any objection to 1229?
Yes.
All right, 1229. You want to enter it in its entirety?
Yes, please.
Okay, 1229 entered in its entirety. Go ahead and play your section.
I don't understand. Is this what you want?
No. Oh no, a hug will save it all. All this, everything we
I just wanted to touch you.
Really, after all this shit you just said?
I just wanted to give
After
you
all
a
this
hug.
shit you fucking accused me of, you want to touch me?
Please stop me.
Fucking,
Please stop.
you're fucking nuts.
Please, I just wanted to hug you. Please say bye. I wanted to end
Yeah,
that.
we did that last night. It's fine. That was good enough. No, because I'm nothing to you, and I will always be nothing to you.
Calm. Calm.
What? You're not my shrink.
Your hands are hard. Please just hold my heart.
No, you're in fucking hard. No, we'll never see each other again. You won't even don't take my fucking glasses off. You don't like fucking looking at not my fucking eyes? You will not see my eyes again.
That's you and Mr. Depp in that recording.
That is.
And this is from when you and Mr. Depp met in San Francisco in July of 2016, right?
Yes, that's what it sounds like. That was in the hotel. We met once after that as well.
This is after you publicly accused him of domestic abuse.
Yes, and got my TRO.
So this was after Amber filed a restraining order on Yanni, and she went and broke it by going to his hotel room and wanted to have a very good time. Oh, and she sits there and she's looks sad. Like, what? You can clearly hear Johnny say, "What are you on mushrooms or something?" God, every time. This gets me every time. This is a second audio that Camille decided to bring up when Amber said to Johnny, "Well, go tell the world that you're a victim." She was so on point on this. It was very satisfying to watch.
Right, and see what the jury and judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp. Johnny Depp, man, I'm a victim too of domestic violence, and
Yes.
It's a fair fight. And see how many people believe or side with you.
That's your voice on that recording, right?
Yes, it is.
And you were speaking with Mr. Depp?
Yes.
And you said to Mr. Depp, quote, you can please tell people that it was a fair fight and see what the jury and the judge think. Tell the world, Johnny. Tell them, Johnny Depp, Johnny Depp, a man, a victim too of domestic violence, end quote. That's what you said, right?
I was saying it to the man who beat me up, yes. I thought it was preposterous.
And the man you beat up numerous times. Right, Ms. Heard?
I could never hurt Johnny.
You're here in this courtroom because Mr. Depp finally told the world that he is a victim of domestic violence.
I know that he is suing me and has sued other people or corporations that have said that as well.
You didn't think he would tell the world he was a victim of domestic violence, did you?
I found it hard to believe that he could or that he would do that, considering the relationship he and I had. I thought it would be crazy for him to do so, knowing what I know we lived through.
Or, as you said to him in that recording, who was going to believe that Johnny Depp, a man, is a victim of domestic violence, right?
With all due respect, I wasn't saying it because he's a man. I was saying it because he's a man who beat me up for 5 years.
Mr. Depp is your victim, isn't he?
No, ma'am.
Well, Johnny did tell the whole world. The whole world believes in him. Even an organization where women that are actually victims of SA are siding with Johnny. All women and all men are siding with Johnny. This is what happened when he decided to tell the world that he was a victim. It ended up with you owning him money and you being broke. So the next video was the one I was waiting for. This is where Camille brings up all the points in how her face is not showing clear evidence of SA when Johnny is wearing a lot of fat rings. And the funny part is Amber actually said, yeah, he always wears fat rings. Well, can you understand our point of view then?
Mr. Depp wears rings on every finger, doesn't he, Miss Heard?
That's my experience, yes.
And they're not delicate rings, are they?
No, they are not.
Every one of his fingers is adorned, your words, big, chunky rings. Isn't that right?
That's my experience of him.
And Mr. Depp is always wearing rings, right, Miss Heard?
That's my experience of him.
And you've never known him not to wear these rings.
That's my experience, is he normally wore rings, yes.
So Mr. Depp was wearing these big, chunky rings on every finger, every incident of abuse you've described to this jury, right?
I can't say for certain it was in every single incident.
But you've never known him not to wear rings, right?
In general, my experience with Johnny is that he wears rings almost all the time.
Ms. Heard, do you recall giving testimony in a deposition in this matter in January of this year?
I do.
Can we please play from your deposition, day 2, 512, page 512, lines 11 through 15?
You said he hit you and he was wearing rings, right, Ms. Heard? So he hit you with rings on every finger?
I don't know if I've ever known Johnny to not wear rings.
Yeah.
Then this amazing woman also pointed out there is no medical records of your severe injuries. Nothing. And she did not take any pictures of it. She was very good at taking pictures of Johnny when he was passed out, but she didn't take any evidence of her severe injuries, like a broken nose. This is what she had to say about that.
Defendant's Exhibit 170A, which is already in evidence, Your Honor. You testified that this is a picture you took after that incident, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes, that was one where he grabbed me.
And hit you in the face so many times that you don't remember. Isn't that correct?
That's correct.
And there's no injuries to your face in this picture, are there?
Not that this picture shows.
And there's no medical records reflecting that you sought treatment after this alleged incident either.
I did not seek medical treatment at this time.
So there's no medical records reflecting any injuries to your face after he hit you several times.
I did not need to go to the doctor at the time.
Despite hitting you several times that you lost count with rings on his fingers.
That's correct. I did not seek medical attention, other than my therapist.
You testified to another incident in March of 2013 where Mr. Depp hit you while he was wearing a lot of rings. Do you remember that testimony?
Yes, ma'am.
And you testified you felt like your lip went through your teeth and it got a little blood on the wall.
Yes, I remember that.
There isn't a picture of you with injuries after that alleged incident, is there?
I don't know if I've seen one. I can't recall. There are a lot of pictures.
You didn't produce any photographs after that alleged incident, did you, Ms.
I don't know if I took one or if it's included. I'm not quite sure which ones.
You didn't show any pictures to this jury after describing that alleged incident, that your lip went into your teeth. You don't remember that, right? You didn't show any pictures to this jury after describing that incident, right?
I don't believe I've seen that picture admitted.
That picture doesn't exist.
I don't know which one you're talking about. We have pictures from March 2013, yes.
The only picture that you've produced and shown to this jury is the one that was just put up on the screen, where you said he hit you multiple times in the face, and you appear to have what is a bruise on your arm, correct?
I believe this is the only picture that's in evidence right now.
So this was the things that Vaquez was really good at bringing up. She said she had a lot of injuries from all the assaults she brought up, but there's no photo evidence. There's no photo evidence of this date. There's no photo evidence of this date. There's no medical evidence here. And the only answer we get from Amber is, I didn't need to seek medical evidence. But why didn't you take any pictures? And her reason is, well, I have given them all to my lawyers. Not all of them got represented. Why? So not only is she lying, she's throwing her own lawyers under the bus. And Camila is very good. She can smell bullshit. That is why it was so satisfying to see all of this. It really was, because she said she had all the evidence, but not all the evidence got shown. And Camille was also very good at bringing up those times Amber said she got assaulted, she got a lot of bruises, but the next day she went out either on interviews or other parties, I don't know, but she found evidence, picture evidence on when Amber went out after she said she was actually assaulted. It was so satisfying, so satisfying.
That Mr. Depp, again, whacked you in the face after the Met Gala in May of 2014, right?
That is correct.
You testified that you thought he hit you so hard he broke your nose.
That's correct.
You said your nose was, quote, swollen, discolored, red.
That is correct. I took a picture of that.
You testified you took a picture of your face after this.
I did.
But you didn't show that picture to this jury, did you?
I would like to.
But you didn't show it, did you?
That's not up to me.
You understand you were under an obligation to produce all photographs after any alleged incidents of violence, right, Ms. Heard?
I produced everything.
You didn't produce any photographs after the Met Gala?
I produced everything.
You also understand that you're under an obligation to produce all medical records reflecting any injuries you allegedly sustained from Mr. Depp, correct?
That's correct.
And you haven't produced any pictures or any medical records reflecting a broken nose after the Met Gala in May of 2014, have you?
I have given everything to my lawyers. Everything. I've turned over literally everything that I have.
Is it your testimony, Ms. Heard, that you sought medical treatment after Mr. Depp allegedly broke your nose after the Met Gala?
Not after the Met Gala. I did not seek medical attention, no.
You also...
So now Camille is bringing up the Australia incident, and that one was very much, the worst one, I think. And that is when Amber got a lot of cuts and she got assaulted by a glass bottle. This is what she had to say about that.
You testified that you were also raped with a liquor bottle in Australia, right, Ms. Heard?
Yes.
You testified you bled from your vagina as a result of that sexual assault.
Yes.
There aren't any medical records reflecting that you sought medical treatment for any of these injuries, are there?
I did not seek medical treatment after Australia, no.
Not for the rape?
No, I did not want to tell anyone.
Not for the cuts?
No.
Not for the injuries to your face?
I didn't need to.
When I saw this the first time, a part of me died. There was no reaction for this. She literally said she didn't need to seek medical attention. After all of that, she got glass up her lady parts and she said she was bleeding. Oh no, I just checked it off. What? And Camille also, like I said before, brought up, well, you were very good at taking pictures of Yanni passing out, but not your own injuries. And on top of that, she sent these pictures to her friends. I did not know that. I got so shocked. She sent the pictures of Yanni passed out to her friends. And her reasoning for that was, oh, I need support. Like I said, there was no words. There are just no words today seeing that again. I have somebody to talk to about this case at home, and I have a colleague that also followed this case, thank God. And we both got struck out of that. How the hell can you not go seek medical attention when you get pierced by a bottle? So this is a popular, and this is the last video. Oh God, this video is long. Well, it's over now, so this video can be long. So this video is about Amber Heard actually promising to donate, not pledge, donate to charity, which she didn't do, and things got heated. Roll it.
18 interview, you said that you had, quote, donated, end quote, your entire divorce settlement to charity, right?
That's correct.
And in fact, your exact words were, quote, $7 million in total was donated to, I split it between the ACLU and the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, end quote, right?
That's correct. I made that statement as soon as I got a divorce and we reached the settlement. That's when I pledged it, right then.
And you say this because you, quote, wanted nothing, end quote.
That is correct.
But you hadn't donated your entire $7 million settlement to charity at that point, had you?
That's incorrect.
Sitting here today, Ms. Heard, you still haven't donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity. Isn't that right?
Incorrect. I pledged the entirety of the
Ms. Hurd,
settlement, $7
that's not
million
my
to
question.
charity, and I
Ms. Hurd,
intend to
Ms.
fulfill
Hurd,
those obligations.
Ms. Hurd, that's not my question. Please,
What was
try
your
to answer
question?
my question. Sitting here today, you have not donated the $7 million, donated, not pledged, donated the $7 million divorce settlement to charity.
I use pledge and donation synonymous with one another. They're
But I
the same
don't.
thing.
Ms. Hurd, I don't use it synonymously.
That's how donations are paid.
Ms. Hurd, respectfully, that's not my question. As of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the ACLU. Yes or no?
I have not yet.
And as of today, you have not paid $3.5 million of your own money to the Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, correct?
I have not yet. Johnny sued me.
So as of today, you have not donated, paid $7 million of your divorce settlement to charity, right?
I have not been able to fulfill those obligations yet.
And that's because you did want something, didn't you?
I didn't want anything, and I didn't get anything.
You wanted Mr. Depp's money.
Didn't get it, wasn't interested in it. I loved Johnny, that's why I was with him.
You wanted praise for donating the money, right?
That's incorrect.
You wanted good press.
In general, one does want good press, yes.
You wanted to seem altruistic publicly.
Wasn't my interest. My interest is in my name and clearing my name, and at the time I was being called a liar and my motives were being questioned. I did see it as important to clear that up. I wanted to make a statement to make sure that there was not any doubt that I couldn't be labeled these things just because Johnny was a bigger star and had more publicity reach.
You wanted to remind everyone of your claims of domestic violence against Mr. Depp, right?
No, I wanted to move on with my life.
You wanted to make those claims seem believable.
They are believable. They were
You wanted
believable.
them to be seen, you wanted to be seen, as a noble victim of domestic violence,
I
didn't
have
you?
never wanted to be seen as a victim. Nor have I ever called myself one.
You testified under oath that, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote, didn't you?
That's correct. I pledged the entirety.
No. Ms. Hurd, my questions. Your counsel will have time to redirect you after. You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of your divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote.
That is correct. I pledged the entirety.
I'm going to move to strike everything after yes. You testified under oath, quote, the entirety of my divorce settlement was donated to charity, end quote. That statement wasn't true.
It is true. I pledged the entirety to charity.
The statement...
When you say you buy a house, you don't pay
Ms.
for the
Hurd,
entire house
Ms. Hurd,
at one
respectfully,
time. You pay it
I'm
over
not asking,
time.
Ms. Hurd.
All right, next question, please.
Thank you.
Guys, she pledged. Give her a break. Oh God, that part was mind-blowing to me. Like I said, no words. She said she was gonna. Okay, she said she was gonna. It's good enough. Guys, we have come to an end on this video, so the final words. It has been crazy. I have never ever witnessed a trial like this, and thanks to this trial I have been more interested in, I've become more interested than before in crime. Like I said, it was an insane trial. The witnesses Amber Heard's lawyer presented. See, I'm tired. She made me stupid. Presented. Like the doctor, they call him Smeagol. Wow. I've never been so scared in my life, literally. That I just wonder sometimes how they can how could they allow him to come to court and say all that? Because he literally just judged by Johnny's movies how he is. He hasn't met Johnny, nothing. So how was he allowed in court when he only judged him by his movies? There was so many crazy moments, so many crazy things. It has all come to an end. And where are we now? Well, the verdict have been said. So Amber owes Johnny $15 million. Amber got 2. Doesn't matter really. She's very broke. And now Elaine is taking interviews. I've seen a couple. There's no mercy shown to this woman. There isn't. Honestly, I've been up and down whether I should feel sorry for her or not. It's hard to feel sorry for her, but at the same time I have a weak spot for elderly women. So when she looks tired and beat up, I get sad. I don't know the situation she's in, but I know the words she's saying is Amber's. So, and the thing is, to the people that are interviewing her is not having it. She said everything is Johnny's fault. It's a huge setback for women. Which women are you talking about? Like, no one is on Amber's side. During this trial, when Amber started to take up her assault stories and play the victim, many women came forth and actually posted pictures on Twitter how assault actually looks like. It's nothing near close what Amber's pictures are. And many women have said, but she can't relate to us. She's not a part of us. So they sided with Johnny. And the fact that she and her lawyer say, well, everybody's lying. They don't know what they're talking about. Huge balls. Huge balls. So what did we get from this trial? Well, we get a YouTube movement for men. People are now going to watch out more from women like this. So it's going to be very important to listen to both stories really carefully. Maybe the negative part is that the real victim is going to have more trouble to get trust. You know what I mean? That people are going to have, the court is going to have more issues trust in what they say. But all in all, I'm happy we got a YouTube movement for men, and I'm happy that we will have to be more careful for women like this. She brought awareness to that. And the sad part, like I said, is women that already struggle will probably struggle more now. I'm so happy that it is over now for Johnny. I hope he lives his life. I see Johnny as somebody that wants to receive love. So, but not right now. I hope he lives his life, and I hope everything goes well. I hope I'm going to see him more in movies. I understand if he doesn't want to go back to Disney playing Jack Sparrow. That's actually my favorite character of him, but I understand. Absolutely. And I hope this woman leaves him alone, and I hope I don't have to see her anymore. This is going to be the last video. We'll see, though. You never know what happens, really. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's a long video, but yeah, it's the end. And this is what justice looks like. Johnny's team of lawyers was... there's no words, really. Very professional, very caring. Very good job. Very good job. Guys, take care of yourself. Please stay safe. It's very dangerous out here. It's crazy. And yeah, be nice to one another. Take care. Bye bye.